Do you want to find out about the Warlord, starting with his first appearance in 1975 as a chronological series of his first 23 comic book covers, plus a few related interior pages for each issue go by, while a summary of each issue is provided? If so, watch this video to the end. The Warlord is both a science fiction and sword and sorcery hero in the tradition of Edgar Rice Burroughs characters. Set in a both primitive and advanced Hollow Earth, and was created by Mike Grell, who wrote and did the art for the comic books featured in this video. For first issue special number 8, the setting is as follows. Lieutenant Colonel Travis Morgan of the United States Air Force is attacked while on a reconnaissance mission over Russia. Fleeing toward the Arctic Circle, he is forced to abandon his dying aircraft over the Yukon and parachutes through a swirling mist into the strange and unrecognizable land of Skartsris. For Warlord issue number 1, return to Skartsris, land of beauty and brutality at the center of the earth. Here, Outworlder Travis Morgan must continue to learn how to survive with the guidance of the Shambhalan warrior Tara. Facing ferocious prehistoric predators in the jungle is hard enough, but can two companions alone hope to prevail against the slave traders of Belshazzar? For issue number 2, Morgan and Machiste are taken to the fortress of Shabal, a trainer of gladiators. They learn how to fight and kill with a variety of weapons. Morgan urges the gladiators to join him in a revolt. He promises them plunder, but more importantly, he promises them their freedom. For issue number 3, Travis Morgan continues to make a name for himself as his growing forces march toward Thera, and that name is Warlord. When a moment's distraction leads to Warlord's capture by a tribe of lizard men, he finds himself bizarrely reunited with his past. For issue number 4, Warlord's forces lay siege to the city of Thera to free its people and rescue Tara from the evil Demos. The devil priest controls the dreaded scrolls of blood, but Warlord has brought a few surprises of his own. For issue number 5, the Warlord and his party set out toward the promised haven of Shambhala, but the road to Tara's homeland is full of surprises. Amidst danger and death, the secrets of Skartsris' long-buried past are revealed. For issue number 6, the Warlord finds himself unexpectedly back in the outside world, desperate to return to Skartsris. Too bad the U.S. military might have one or two questions about where he's been for the last 8 years. For issue number 7, in search of Tara, the Warlord is reunited with Machiste in the city of Cairo. Time moves differently in Skartsris, however, and much has happened to Travis Morgan's old friend. For issue number 8, when airborne attackers abduct Mariah, pursuit by the Warlord and Machiste leads to the discovery of a flying city. There, Fantastically advanced technology abounds, but the city's sole guardian hides a sinister secret. For issue number 9, separated from his companions in a valley of relentless snow and ice, injured and near death, the warlord must overcome both the elements and his own prejudices to save his friends and return an unlikely savior's kindness. For issue number 10, the warlord and his companions take on the treacherous task of retrieving the mask of life from the forbidding tower of fear on behalf of a beautiful young woman. For issue number 11, a rare opportunity for reflection leads the warlord to recall the events that first brought him to Skartsris, as well as renew his vow to be reunited with his lost love, Tara. For issue number 12, Mariah and Mashist trade tales of Travis Morgan with one another, while the warlord himself happily indulges in a good old-fashioned bar brawl. For issue number 13, the warlord has killed all manners of beast in the savage world of Skartsris, from the prehistoric to the supernatural. But when a forgotten enemy from the outside world at last catches up with him, Travis Morgan becomes the hunted. For issue number 14, as the alluring specter of death beckons him to her loving embrace, Travis Morgan must decide whether to fight on or at last lay down his sword. For issue number 15, Warlord and his friends have found Shambhala at last. But Morgan's long-sought reunion with Tara will not be a joyful occasion for all. The discoveries our hero makes once inside the city gates will change his life and Shambhala forever. For issue number 16, the warlord's greatest enemy has returned from the dead and stolen his son. Now, Travis Morgan and Tara must leave the shelter of Shambhala to find their child. But to do so, they will need the help of a powerful witch who exacts a steep price. For issue number 17, crossing a brutal desert in their quest to rescue their infant son, the warlord and Tara take refuge in Timgad, abandoned citadel of the Sorcerer Kings. There, the duo will face the vicious, feral descendants of a forgotten race and write the final chapter in the tale of a long-dead thief. For issue number 18, the search for their child leads the warlord and Tara to a lifeless valley deep in Skartsris, patrolled by the last survivors of an alien world. Their enormous starship and bizarre genetic experiments may mean a fate much worse than death for Travis Morgan. For issue number 19, well, the evil Demos makes plans to use the warlord's infant son, Joshua, to ensure his enemy's doom. Morgan and Tara are set upon by a roving band of marauders. For issue number 20, the warlord and his allies have at last found Demos's fortress. But the devil priest has the advanced technology of his ancestors at his full disposal and has laid a cunning trap. Issue number 21. The Warlord had prepared for a final showdown of good versus evil. But father against son? Can Travis Morgan bring himself to fight his own child, aged to murderous manhood by the evil superscience of the devil priest Demos? For issue number 22, after the devastating loss of last issue, most men would lose the will to fight. But most men are not the Warlord. When a beautiful woman saves his life and is then captured by armored guards, Travis Morgan springs into action to repay the debt. In the near future, do you want to see more of the Warlord in comic books and other media? More videos like this one, short and longer, including more videos about the Warlord, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Sword and Sorcery playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.